Dantooine's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone. I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you. Hey there, what can I do? I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up. My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked. I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went. Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Terrace, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help? I'm not the one you should ask about Dantooine. I didn't even know there was a Jedi Academy here. I always thought it was just a bunch of settlers and farmers. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Don't worry. I won't let the search... Want to practice your skills, eh? Sure. Hey there. What can... No problem. Anything else you need? Don't worry. Okay. Hey there. What can I... No problem. Anything else you need? No problem. Anything else you need? Okay. Hey there. What can I... No problem. Anything else you need? No problem. Anything else you need? Sorry, I don't have...
Yeah, what do you want? From what we saw from space, this world doesn't have a lot of people. I couldn't really have found much work here anyway, so I never had an interest. It looks like a farm world. The Republic has thousands of these places. Ones that get by farming crops and hunting herds of native beasts. But I might have underestimated this place. It seems to be more than I thought. You have anything else you want to ask? Here's a speed boost. There anything else? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. You don't want to overload a real warrior. No. There anything else? Your choice.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
it is only a matter of time before the Sith find us here.
이쿠쿠노 노바 물리라지군 동히군 전칭 네 보보제 마타 네 분나게 돌비 기규하나 시그라투로다 보그라시 언니용 콤바 진톤노 무추바 로다니다 군 이다 바티사 바투아 카차투통 바그라샤 콘 티자코 주바카하 초파 차와치위시 윤쿠 조도 짓붕아란탕 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라치군 슬리모포도나 룬디호둥가쿠 훈카베 동하이드왕 지지 좀 룸파 니타포에 티키토 돌파다 봉과레 타콤 주스닥 미키 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라치군 슬리모포도나 룬디호둥가쿠 훈카베 마나만 어떠다 학기주크라타 볼라 슈이 총가똥 종근노 본카 몰레라 궁길레 노바 와텐데 쪼꼬로 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라 다공주스 딱미키 그라블 모고 카치추 이다보동가 돌바방크 원레오간다 나르고 추추트 먹으샤 본가 볼라와나 찍네 바물레 슬리모 포다다다 난가 쿰비스트 물레라베스 돌바다 뻥과레 간도 난구구 추추트 까바둠 쿠필리오 보테냐 보나나이 쿠추 하와가 보스카 초콜라 무 타콤 주스타 이쿠쿠노 노바 물리라지군 동히군 전칭 네 보보제 마타 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라지군 슬리모포도나 룬디호둥가쿠 훈갑 제도바도 와는 이디보보 동나붕샤 누누냐 동바두카시막 달레야 무주샥 바카타 키노노 나마파올레 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라 아추타 원가 구 이푸나 까바돈파 쿠팔레야 무카바타 지요카 쿠tumpa 쿠팔레야 론다 디호던가 군헝카비 원군 베스 칭 발라물레 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라치군 제도바도 와는 이디보보 동나붕샤 누누냐 동바두카시막 달레야 무주샥 바카타 키에노노 나마파올레 라치군 론다 디호던가 군헝카비 원군 베스 칭 발라물레 통킹바 노노닥 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스 제도바도 와는 이디보보 동나붕샤 누누냐 동바두카시막 달레야 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바물레라치군 슬리모포도나 룬디호둥가쿠 훈카베 아추타 원가 군 이푸나 론다디 카치 제도바도 와는 무주샥 바카타 키에노노 나마파올레 라치군 론다디 호동 제도바도 와는 카치 아추타 제도바도 와는 이디보 무주샥 바카타
kin kun no ba muli rachin kun. Tongai tun ako chekopa. Gino muli ra king pajak slimo poido ana. Rundi hadonga kuhunkabi.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Kachi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulerachi kun. Slimo tong abog sha umninang. Wanga kumbis king palemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idatwana. Gavabol pamulji kumana. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikoyana. Dong patugas maktele. Achuta.
I fear it is only a matter of time before the Sith find us here.
I wish you a pleasant stay here.
The Council has decreed you must not leave the Enclave. Please return to your room.
The Kath Hounds have been very active of late. The settlers feel they are becoming more dangerous.
Ikukuno no ba mulira chiku. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning cha. Mucho shakpa. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi.
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to speak with the Council, not some servant. Please leave, or I shall be forced to tell the Council of your rude behavior. Why are you bothering?
Jedi the one. Jedi ba the one in... Mucho shock.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together. You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord. The lure of the dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall to his conquering armies.
If Malak is not stopped, the Republic will fall, and the Jedi will be hunted to extinction. The galaxy will enter a time of darkness and tyranny, not seen for 1,000 generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of, once the Council deems you ready.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted, and perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You've done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy. Few mention those names around here anymore, but I suppose it is just as dangerous to deny they were ever part of the Order. When I was still on Coruscant, Revan and Malak often came to me for additional training. In particular, Revan's hunger to learn seemed insatiable. I should have recognized this as a warning sign, but I perceived the young Padawan's lust for knowledge as simple exuberance and eagerness. Revan was my most promising pupil, one I felt sure would someday become a champion of the Jedi Order. The Jedi Order moved too slowly for Revan and Malak. We were too cautious in their eyes. They always sought to learn far quicker than their masters felt was prudent. It is one thing to understand a lesson, but to truly comprehend it takes a wisdom that only comes with time. Several years ago, when the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to journey to the Outer Rim to defeat the enemy of the Republic. But the Council felt it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat, the Council feared, had not yet revealed itself. But Revan would not be dissuaded. Charismatic and powerful, it was inevitable many of the Order would flock to Revan's seemingly noble cause. Malak was the first to join his closest friend. Others soon followed, many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat. They were foolish to disregard the Council's wishes. I do not know what happened to Revan, Malak, and their followers on the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim, but something corrupted them. Their ideals became twisted, their spirits were tainted, and they fell to the dark side. There is a lesson in this, a lesson you would do well to take to heart. The dark side can corrupt even the most noble of Jedi. You have learned much, yet there is much more for you to still understand. The way of the Jedi must be entered into with a clear and focused mind. When you feel that you are ready to continue your training, know that you can find me here. Greetings, my young pupil. You have learned much. When you feel that you are... Greetings, my young pupil. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you, in the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi. These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Or so they say. As a chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events, if we do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past. Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the Republic itself. Instead, I will begin 40 years ago with the War of Exar Kun. Like Malak and Revan, Exar Kun was a Jedi who fell to the dark side and led an army against the Jedi and the Republic. Exar Kun was defeated, but the war left both the Republic and our own order severely weakened. For 20 years we struggled to rebuild, trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict. All things in time. You shall learn that history is an intricate weaving of many events. No one thing can be understood without the proper context. 20 years ago, the Mandalorians, aware that the Republic was in a weakened state, began conquering small worlds on the Outer Rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction. After much debate, the Senate chose not to intervene. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation. Well, you can hardly blame the Republic. The memory of war was fresh in everyone's mind. Nobody was eager to relive the horrors in a campaign against the Mandalorians. But in the end, it was unavoidable. The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for a massive assault. 7 years ago, they launched a simultaneous attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun. The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with Exar Kun. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join the battle. 2 young knights in particular demanded immediate action, Revan and Malak. They rallied many of the Jedi to their cause, and against the wishes of their masters, joined the Republic fleet battling the Mandalorians. Revan was a brilliant military leader, and the Republic fleet began to win victory after victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally. Revan and Malak were heroes, the great saviors of the Republic. 1/3 of the Republic fleet was under their direct command. And then something happened. Instead of returning after the war's end, the ships under Revan's command went deep into unexplored space. They claimed to be searching for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought they were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being seen on a number of different planets during these months, scattered sightings that were never confirmed. Perhaps they simply went far beyond the edges of Republic space. Maybe they found previously undiscovered hyperspace routes to the ends of the galaxy. Nobody knows for certain. 3 years ago, Revan and Malak returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror. Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are those that were under Revan's command during the Mandalorian Wars, but many more are of an alien design we've never seen before. The source of this massive fleet is one of the many things about the Sith we cannot explain. It seems impossible to have created it in such a short time, yet we cannot deny its existence. The source of the Sith soldiers is unfortunately much easier to understand. Initially, the bulk of the force were former Republic soldiers who had served under Revan. With each conquest, thousands more flocked to join the invaders, swelling their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us, lured by Sith promises of riches and power. For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation, we set a trap for the Dark Lord. Bastila was with the strike team that tried to capture Revan, as you probably know. She was there at Revan's end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics. Still, his fleet continues to grow in both ships and soldiers. If we do not find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers. Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson. May the Force be with you. Greetings, young apprentice. As chronicler, you should ponder the history of Revan. This facility is a training academy. The archives here are restricted to those who have attained the rank of master. We must protect overeager Padawans from being exposed. The pursuit of knowledge is a noble goal. You should ponder. May the Force be.
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well. I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan soon. Good evening, apprentice. A Jedi must ever be seeking knowledge. What? Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Even among the Masters and the Council, it is rare to find one so skilled in the art of battle meditation. Bastila was there when Revan was slain. Did you know that? Bastila herself does not like to talk about it. She was accompanying the strike team that confronted Revan when the Dark Lord was destroyed. Her role in the death of such a promising young Jedi as Revan upset her greatly. But Bastila knew she had to set her personal feelings aside for the sake of the galaxy and the Republic. The Force is strong with her now, and without her skill in battle meditation, we would have lost this war long ago. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you. Is there anything else? I knew Revan as a promising young pupil. Revan was strong in the Force, but also headstrong and proud. Such traits are not unusual in a Padawan. Perhaps that was why I did not see the true extent of the danger. Many of the young Jedi admired Revan, including Malak. When Revan set off to challenge the Mandalorians, Malak was the first to join the cause. And when Revan fell to the dark side, it was inevitable Malak would fall as well. Revan was always the leader, the more powerful of the pair. When Revan fell, we had hoped the Sith threat was ended. But Malak quickly assumed Revan's role, and has embraced the dark side power as fully as his old master ever did. Now, Malak leads the Sith Armada against the Republic. Hate and vengeance for his master's death draw Malak ever further down the path of the dark side, fueling his powers until they surpass those of his old master. Only you and Bastila took the way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila. And for you. Is there anything else? Master Vrook may seem harsh and critical, but he understands the dangers that lie in your path. He wants you and Bastila to be fully prepared when you finally face Lord Malak. The way ahead will be difficult. Is there anything else? Very well.
I see you insist on wandering the halls of our enclave when you should be busy studying your lessons. It appears that soon you will achieve the rank of Padawan. Master Jar is most impressed with your progress, but I cannot help but wonder if you move forward too quickly. I see you in... I suppose such desires are inevitable, though I fear you may seek knowledge. Bastilla, the young Jedi holds great promise and great danger. She can do much for both the Republic and the Council. Without her skill in battle meditation, the Sith Armada would have conquered the galaxy long ago. But despite her command of the Force, Bastilla is still young. She is a Jedi, but she has not attained the rank of Master. The Council would do well to remember this before we lay the fate of the galaxy on her slender shoulders. You would do well to focus more closely on your lessons. The Force is strong with you, but you need training and guidance in the ways of the Jedi, lest you suffer a fate similar to that of Revan. I see you in... Revan was once a promising Padawan, but ever eager to learn more about the Force. Revan sought knowledge of ancient Sith magics, foolishly ignoring the dangerous lure of the dark side. When the Mandalorian invasion came, Revan seized the opportunity it presented. Many Jedi flocked to the Outer Rim to follow the charismatic young knight, and many fell under the sway of the dark side. I do not believe Revan and Malak were corrupted on the Outer Rim. They had begun their journey down the dark path long before the Mandalorian threat appeared. Here on Dantooine, they discovered a sinister cave, a place where the strength of the dark side overwhelms the light. Perhaps this discovery was what first corrupted them. Or perhaps they sought the cave out because they were already corrupted. Whatever the explanation, the Order was unable to turn them back to the light. Had the Council taken more decisive action in this matter, perhaps Revan and Malak could have been stopped. But in this we failed. You would do well to focus more closely on your lessons. I see you in... It appears that soon... I see you in... If you find me overly critical, perhaps it is because you do not fully understand what is at stake. For 15,000 years, the Republic has brought peace and stability to the galaxy. Now, the Republic may be destroyed because we, the Jedi, have failed them. Revan and Malak were paragons of the ideals the Order seeks to uphold. Yet they succumbed to the temptations of the dark side. When Revan fell, Malak took up the mantle of Dark Lord of the Sith. Should Malak be stopped, what is to stop another Jedi from taking his place? This is the burden we Masters must carry. Only through strict training and relentless lessons can we prevent the Dark Master from being reborn. That is why the Order can brook no failure in our apprentices and pupils. That is why I can accept nothing but perfection from you. You would do well to...
Good evening, apprentice. All Jedi must know the code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our Order. Think and meditate on these truths, apprentice. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan soon. Master Jar is most impressed with your progress. May the Force be with you, apprentice.
I see you in... You do not know the Jedi Code? Without knowledge of those doctrines, all your training will be for naught. All Jedi must know the Code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our Order. There is no emotion. There's peace. There's no ignorance. There's knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is... Learn these truths, apprentice, or we shall all regret the decision. I see you in... I suppose... If you find me now, the Republic, Revan fell only through strict. That is why you would do well.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Soon your apprenticeship will in the traditions and customs. These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must now prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code by completing these fundamental precepts of our order. There is no emotion. There is no ignorance. There is no passion. There is no chaos. There is no death. You have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi, the very symbol of our order, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi must construct his lightsaber with his own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
If you have questions, you should...
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order. Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace. Indeed. We shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do? Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do? Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do? I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do? Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi consular. Which color and path do you believe? Here is a green crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you on how to construct it.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber. You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strung in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals. It is a rumor only. I do not know if there's any truth in it, but you must learn first to use your lightsaber and take care when drawing it. Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice? You have learned much, yet there is much more. When you feel that... Greetings, my... For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop. The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task. I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you. The dark side still taints...
If you have questions, you should...
Greetings, young apprentice. As chronicler, you should ponder... May the Force...
Good evening, apprentice. I have faith that you will achieve...
I see you insist on...
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize. The Kathhounds have been very active of late.
Greetings, apprentice. Though I understand you shall not have that lowly title much longer. Master Jar tells me that your progress has been remarkable. Soon he feels you will attain the rank of Padawan. Then you will truly be a... With power comes responsibility. And only by learning discipline and sacrifice can we truly learn to master our potential. I wish you luck in your training, apprentice. There is much you must yet learn. May the Force be with you.
The Council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
You know those stones to the east of here? I heard they did some digging and found they aren't natural. I hear the Sith have been beating the Republic pretty bad. They must have spent the whole time building ships since we beat them last time. You know those stones to the east of here? I heard they did some digging and found they aren't natural.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with? Indeed. The Council has told you nothing of the Grove? Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant. Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe. The Grove can be found to the south and east in the plains, but be wary of Kathhounds. They may be agitated by the power in the Grove. Is there something else? Very well. Ah, you can find 2 stores here at the Enclave. Aerotech has opened both a general supply store and a droid facility, and I think you will find their products quite good. The supply store is run by a Twi'lek named Kratos Yurkel, a talkative being with a big chip on his shoulder, but generous despite that. The droid repair facility is managed by Carol Carr, a bit brusque perhaps, but a good being nonetheless. We have shared many a game of Pazak in the small hours of the morning. Is there something else about me? I am truly flattered. As I have said, I believe, my name is Nemo. I am here by the will of the Jedi Council. Indeed, my young friend, that I am. I have served the Council for many years, and have seen many apprentices pass through this enclave. I think perhaps you place an undue importance on rank and hierarchy. Understandable, but regrettable also. We each serve in our place, high or low. Is there something? I hope your time is...
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition? Oh, I'm sorry. Does the Council... Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance? My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here...
A pleasure.
...live on one of the northern farms. But the Kathhounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help. Recently, the Kathhounds have been acting much more aggressively. They've even attacked some of the settlers. Those Mandalorian raiders have been milking the outlying farms dry, too. I hear John got hit really bad. Too bad about his daughter. I'm not sure exactly what the Council will do about it, but we need some help with this. I only hope they'll listen to me. Is there anything else you require? Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place. With the Sith invasion, the Republic doesn't have the manpower to hunt them down. The Jedi are even worse off because Malak has been hunting them specifically. They're worried that he might even be supporting these raiders, so don't want to face them directly. That puts us in a kind of hard situation. Is there anything else I can help you with? Well, as you can see, Dantooine is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. Well, the ones you'll most likely hear about are the Sandrils and the Matalis. Big, wealthy landowners, both of them. But Alan Matali and Nurik Sandril just can't seem to get along. And now Alan wants to get the Council to do something. Well, from what I hear, it started about a week ago. See, Nurik's son, Cassis, is an archaeologist. Bright lad, too, but he disappeared. Nurik, of course, blamed Alan, but even he didn't take it before the Council. But now, Alan's son, Shen, has disappeared as well. And no one knows where he's gone. Alan blames Nurik. He thinks he's kidnapped his son. I don't know exactly what he wants to ask the Council, but from what I know of Alan, he's probably going to be after blood. Is there anything else? Farewell, then. May the Force...
Jedi. How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer. Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no. There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter. But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Have you found the Mandalorian? Not much that would help you, I'm afraid. They're Mandalorians in their battle armor with some Duros allies. They came down on us on land speeders, so they could be anywhere by now. One thing I do remember, when those dogs killed my Ilsa, is that their leader was a giant of a man who wielded a lightsaber. Yes, it was. Mandalorians have never been open to the ways of the Jedi. They are much too barbaric and violent. I rather think that it may have been from some poor Jedi he had slain before. You can see now that he is as much of a threat to you as to me. You must kill them. They have been troubling farms in the south most recently, having already dealt with many to the north. Please, go there. Have you found the Mandalorian? Not much that would help. One thing I do remember. Mandalorians have never... I rather think that it may have been... They have been troubling...
You know those stones?
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kunves chingpa marulira. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Yina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Wundi hadonga chihonkabi. Uba batu konchi. Tom nombong yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira rachikun. Mucha shampanpa. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kunves chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Uba batu konchi. Tom. La boda ni winki smak.
Rahasia Sandral is a nice young woman. But her father has been keeping her at their estate since her brother went missing.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see? We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if he... Could he have been kidnapped? Maybe it was the Mandalorians. Or maybe Cathhounds. But no, Cathhounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they... No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked. Well, yes, it could have. But he had no reason to run away. His programming... Well, yes, he is a droid. But he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine. He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a...
Wow, she really...
Please, Oh, thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Uchua penki, tangi tuamaji, human act in ikatune, chi itakanki, chi wi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune, chunamuri. Kakincha nawabakaon, pagwa chiwa aita kankicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ras nimo poiwanga tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangi tuamaji kona tongki pa nonku nek abog tonghi tuama aki inko tune o tonghi tuamaji aki inko tun tong pa no kun no nek chiwi aita ka chong chicha ki chiwa aita kan kicha na uchua penki tangi tuamaji human act in ikatune chi ita kakincha nawabakaon chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi Baba Hassan Shan no ba muli rati lai kuka Kakincha nawabakaon, bagwa shank kontimat. Kakincha chiwi ai, Baba Hassan. Kakincha achua penti. Baba Hassan. Uchua penki, tangi tuamaji human act in achua penki. Kakincha nawabakaon, bagwa shank kontimat chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ras nimo poiwanga tangi tuamaji. Achua penki, chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangi tonghi tuama agi inko tune o tonghi tuama ji agi inko tun tong pa no kun no nek chiwi aita achua pen chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inki muli ra chiwa aita
How'd you like that?
What?
How'd you like
private property. Leave immediately.
These settlers have come to Dantooine seeking...
This is private. Leave immediately.
These settlers have come to...
You've been holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Achuta, unga kun bis dolpi kikuyana, tong patugas makdelea. Runda diho tonga kun hankabi, wana kun bez ching palamule, tungking ba nunotak, tukning chatukunde mulerabes. Muchashak bakat, kieno no namapaule rachikun. Ta kunjus tak miki grabulmogo, kachichu ita bodunga, tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut, mogesha ponka bola wana chikne, pamule slimo hodadara nanga kumbis Mulirabes, Jedabadawana ni Dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya, tong patukas magtalea.
Runda dijo tonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
Tong haitwam jiji jumplumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongualea gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita.
Runda dijo tonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda dijo tonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda dijo tonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda dijo tonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes.
Muchashat pakat.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in? So, what do you want? Well, I was out hunting Iriaz south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. The sun was pretty much right behind it, though, so I couldn't see it. I shot, and when I came over here, I found Handon standing over the body, holding his side. There wasn't an Iriaz in sight. I think he might have taken it. Calder must have been hunting it himself, because there was a rifle lying close to the body. Bullock's got that now. Mine, too. I want that back. So, what do you... I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Iriaz. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, and pow, went down. But when I come over, now I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So, what do you... Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Bullock has enlisted to help you with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Letic, Rickard Lusoff, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Is there any information? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information? My preliminary, is there any other These planes are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calfhounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calfhounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. Is there any other Very well.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. How can I be of further assistance? Well, actually, I didn't see anything. I was over across the bridge. I heard a shot and came over. I can tell you I was sure surprised to see Calder's body lying there. I just got here when I saw Rickard coming out of the rocks holding his blaster. I was terrified. I had no idea what he was going to do, so I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave. Master Baluk came out here with his droid and started questioning us. I think he really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope that you'll be able to make a more informed decision and get me out of here soon. How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
Is there any other information you need? My preliminary, is there any other? Very well.
Aku. Ronda diho tonga kun hanka. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo gondona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Onga kumbis jang ba mulira. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno ba mulira chikun. Slimo podona di hodunga ku hunkabe. Takum just tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogeshapo runda di hoto catch. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Otakum just tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogeshaponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabes jedo badwana ni dibobo tong na bungsha nununya tong patukashmak telea tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa nita poe tikito dolpa da bonqualeo gondona chuchut kachi chu ita dundonga yumalita kuto tun chilamulane ni dubobo Onga kumbis jang ba mulira muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo gondona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Onga kumbis ba mulira. Ta kunjus tak miki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank waleo ganda naru chuchut. Mogisha punka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbis. Kachikun ita hodonga. Muchashak pakat.
So, what do you want to... Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably... So, what do you... I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting... was in my blind. Now, I don't have nothing... So, what do you... You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. Right.
Is there any other... Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further... Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make... How can I be of further... Of course, of course.
Is there any other information? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there have been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information? The Southwood Speeder rental business has Is there any other... My preliminary... Is there any other... Very well. I will...
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to... Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years. Right.
Hakup. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukunde munerabes. Hakupa chekopa. Gino mulera kimpaija slimopod. Takumjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes kachikun ita hodonga mucho shakpach.
So, what do you want? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush. So, what do you... That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine. How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
Is there any other information? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Kumba. Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
Hakupa. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulerachi kun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat. Kieno no.
So, what do you... Well, right.
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No. Of course, of course.
Is there any other information? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than... Is there any other... Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
Is there any other... Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you... Right.
Tong abong siya umnino. Runda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Ako pa. Runda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukas magtalea. Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale o ganda naru chuchut. Moga siya pongka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabes. Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukas magtalea.
I can leave now, then?
What? No!
Tong abong siya umnino. Wanga kumbist keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kapavolpa mulji gumana?
No. If I'm going, I'm not going alone. You don't know what you've done! Look, I came out here, I admit, to kill Calder, but so did Rickard. He must have thought it was Calder when he shot and hit me. So I'm going to prison, but I shouldn't be going alone. Did you idiots have to let the slime ball go?
Runda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune kachikun ita hodonga.
Yes, you tentacle-headed moron. I came out here and killed Calder, but Rickard was here to do that too, and he shot me by...
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumal kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuya.
What?
I will be your doom! You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness. I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine. When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought. Yes, I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But it was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother me? I have fallen, and dark power courses through my veins. I can never go back to the council, so here I shall stay. Talk. You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power. Lies. Leave me and come back when... Talk. Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been. Why? Because I am right, that's why. I can see the truth in your eyes as well. Do not look at me again. I have fallen. Talk. Not anger. I am pathetic. I always... You think compliments will... Talk. Not anger. I am pathetic. I always thought...
seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me. It is. It is. It was I who hurt her. I who killed her. Her suffering is my fault alone. Leave me to my pain. I do not know what to do. But learning does not... It was I. Leave me to my... I do not know what... If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side, maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done? The Council may... I am lost. Leave me to my... How can I ever fail? The Council may... I am lost. Leave me to my... How can I ever fail? I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Yes?
Thank you for taking me, Master Jedi. I am C-842, a personal assistant droid. As I said, I am C-842, a personal assistance droid. Although in recent months the assistance I render seems to have taken on a disproportionate significance. Did she send you to find me? Please do not tell her you saw me. Yes, but I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her. You don't want to know. She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds. I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people, please. Will you? But why? You're right. How could I be so selfish? I must not think only of my... She must be frantic. And if she lost me, she'd be devastated. I must return them.
Sure.
This is private property. My orders are clear. Please leave.
Hi.
Aren't you just a sweet little droid? Yes, you are. Oh, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I'd... It's just so great to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid? Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never, ever get away again.
Have you found the Mandalorian? Good. Good, but now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated them. Thank you, young Jedi.
How may I be of... Farewell, then.
I hear you managed to I regret not being able... Is there something... Indeed. Very well. Is there something... I hope your time...
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order. I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to... Quatra's methods may seem strange, but I trust her wisdom. This lesson has been difficult, but I am better because of it. Humility is never easy to teach. But now, after our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed it. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this you deserve the highest praise.
I do not know what the Council has in...
The Cav Hounds have been very active of late, but the settlers feel they are becoming more dangerous.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training, and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
If you have questions, you should...
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come as chronicler of the... You should... May the Force...
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for. A Jedi must ever... Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Bastila was there. But Bastila knew the way ahead will be...
I demand justice! The Sandral family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time, something which carries its own rewards.
Your training is now complete. When we heard of the ruin, we sent a Jedi to the Force is the secret to... We do not know. That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there anything... If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen. You should ask Master Rook about that, Padawan. He is in charge of our relations with the settlers. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. You must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you.
Sure.